terrible crisis flies to Montecito. Meghan and Harry paid huge price for their bad mouth to Queen. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle breached the pledge they made to the Queen with their criticism of Britain's COVID response, royal correspondent Richard Palmer suggested. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle spoke out about the failure of richer governments, including the UK's, to provide poorer nations with sufficient vaccination against coronavirus. Mr. Palmer suggested the pair had voluntarily pledged to uphold the Queen's values, suggesting they should refrain from commenting on the actions of the British government. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down from royal duties in 2020, and have since been very outspoken about the importance of vaccine fairness. Speaking to Royal Roundup host Pandora Forsyth, Mr. Palmer said, "They were criticising, if I read rightly, the actions of the British government, and other governments, in denying COVID vaccinations to people in poorer countries around the world. And I think that really runs against the pledge they made when they left royal duties. It was a pledge they volunteered with, as far as I know, no coaxing from the other side. They vowed to uphold the values of the Queen." He added, "The Queen does not criticise the British government. That's just not something a working member of the royal family should do." Prince Harry and Meghan last week signed a letter pledging their support for the People's Vaccine Alliance. The coalition works to ensure that everyone across the world has access to COVID-19 vaccines. More than 130 world leaders signed the letter, which called out the European Union, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom for blocking lifting of intellectual property rules which would enable the redistribution and scale-up of COVID-19 vaccines, test, and treatment manufacturing in the Global South. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex also pledged financial support to the coalition via their Archwell Foundation. Speaking at Global Citizen Live last September, Prince Harry addressed the importance of securing access to the COVID vaccine for everyone. The Duke said, "Many countries are ready to produce vaccines at home, yet they aren't allowed to because ultra-wealthy pharmaceutical companies are not sharing the recipes to make them. These countries have the means, the ability and the workers to start manufacturing. All they're waiting for is the vaccine intellectual property to be waived and for the vaccine technology to be transferred over. And by the way, many of these vaccines were publicly funded. They are your vaccines. You paid for them." The Queen traditionally avoids voicing her views on matters that could be considered political, maintaining an image of neutrality for over 7 decades. She only recently changed her position in discussing climate change, joining Prince Charles and Prince William in urging world leaders to do more to save the planet. Prince Harry has denied a statement which blasted the media coverage of his then-girlfriend Meghan Markle was due to fears she would dump him. In 2016 he issued an angry statement which attacked coverage of Meghan, who was then his girlfriend. The Duke of Sussex alleged she was the subject to a wave of abuse and harassment. Now it has been claimed that Harry instructed his office to put out the media blasting statement over fears Meghan would leave him. But the couple have denied this was the case through their media spokesman. Jason Knauf, Harry's communications secretary, is said to have issued the comments which criticised the undertones of comment pieces which had emerged. A report claimed either freaking out he would be dumped by Meghan, something categorically denied by the Swissexes, who have since left the UK to start a new life in Los Angeles with their 2 children. A source is alleged to have told, "It did feel like that if the palace was not able to stand up and support his girlfriend, against some of that disgusting coverage, then who in their right mind would ever consider entering into a relationship with him in the future?"